All right, you've had a pretty good weekend this weekend. Looks like you've been excited about a couple of things. Let's go over a couple of your buys. Tell me about this Ranger.
Well, I just got back from Mount Pleasant. I found this on Facebook, but it's a 2004 Ford Ranger Edge Super Cab with 144,000 miles on it, and it's got a book of about $4,500. Rough trade-in on it's $3,800, so it's a pretty good deal for me. Just kind of being a little unorthodox, don't necessarily have to always look at the auctions, but just keep your eyes and ears open.
All right, now what I particularly want to gain out of this video, of course, is the vehicle. We're going to go through the vehicle just a minute, but last night I was paying particular attention to some of the things that you said, and I wanted to go back to them. What are your plans for these vehicles that you bought today, immediate plans?
My immediate plans is I'm going to take and run them, because they do carry such a good book on them. I'm going to go straight to the auction with them and flip my money as fast as I can, see what they'll bring, because I do go pretty often to the auctions. I know what they're bringing at Mannheim. This particular truck right here, Mannheim, you know, I stand to make probably about $1,800 just by running it through the auction and flipping my money fast.
Now, why can you do that?
Because I have a dealer's license.
All right, okay. You've been flipping cars now for what, about 3 years?
I have.
All right, so you've just gone from having a wholesale dealer's license into having your own lot and a retail dealer's license.
That's correct.
Okay, but do you think your wholesale license benefited you?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, from going to the auctions and retailing those cars, absolutely, that's where I've got my education from. I mean, that's I would say I've had pretty much a 3-year apprenticeship program, really, is what I would you know, pretty much characterize it as. Is I've been just kind of easing my way into it. I do have another full-time business, and you know, over the years, that's what I've done. My full-time business has paid all my bills, and it's allowed me, as the car flipping part of it, just to pretty much save my money, and I don't have to use credit lines or anything like that. Right now I can pretty much revolve around $25,000 if I want to. That's cold hard cash, and I know every time I use it, I'm going to do nothing but add to it. You know, so it's been a pretty good little investment for me.
All right, let's talk about the car. You got it on Craigslist, or the truck. You got it on Craigslist, and it was advertised at $2,500. Mm-hmm. Was the car underpriced, you think?
You know, the car, yes, it was underpriced. You do find people that are looking, that you know, that are in desperate situations, that they need the money. You know, this particular truck was actually wheeled over to him. It was a vehicle that was just sitting there doing nothing, so it became an asset to him, so it kind of helped him out, but at the same time it did give me a way to make some extra income as well. You know, one of the things that I always do, the truck was priced at $2,500. All right, with me, I brought $2,500. The truck was worth $2,500, but because the ad said that they must sell it and had to sell it by the weekend, I was there at 9 o'clock this morning. I drove an hour and a half to get the truck. I offered the guy $2 grand for it, and showed him $100 bills, and you know, it's been a good buy for me. I drove it back for an hour and a half, and it runs absolutely perfect.
So the guy, he really took you as a buyer and not one of these so-called professional negotiators that didn't show his money. This guy knew you had the money. Absolutely,
yeah. It's you know, I talked to him several times last night, and not one time did I discuss actually what I would give him for the car. That's the stupidest thing as a car flipper. I mean, it drives me crazy, so I don't do it to anybody else. I know what he's asking. I wouldn't have called. You know, I like I said, I brought what he was asking, and I would have paid that for the truck. You know, if everything was what it was. But I'm not going to make an offer before I see or drive anything. You know, that's just crazy, and I hate it when somebody does it to me.
All right, so this, you may go back to the auction with it, and I think you'll find out that recently the auction is full of retail buyers.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many cars that I've bought personally, where especially trucks, I mean, they're bringing retail money at the auctions. So it would not surprise me if I don't turn, you know, I'm guessing that I'm probably going to make about $1,800 from the auction, but it would not surprise me if I made $2,500 from the auction on this particular truck.
All right, let's go through it. Show me about it.
Okay. The interior, this was a smoker. I mean, it's dirty, but the things that you look at, the power windows all work, the lights all work. You know, it's It's got a vinyl floorboard down here, so all that can be easily cleaned out. You know, it's going to take me probably about 3 hours to pretty good job on this, but you can tell it's been driven. You know, the body's in great shape. There's no dings on it. There's a couple of little scratches, which is to be expected, but it does have the super cab in it. It's got the fold down seats. Everything's really good and good shape up in there. So,
how many miles?
144,000 miles on it for an 04 model.
And you say how many owners it's had?
This has had one owner. This truck was bought brand new by the dad who passed away.
And you think that'll help you sell it?
Absolutely. Yeah, knowing and I'll tell you, I've bought 2 vehicles this weekend. Both of them have been, I bought a Honda Accord that was a one-owner car, you know, and knowing that it's got a 14-year history by the same owner, that particular one was just luck. I found it in my neighborhood where I live, and it's kind of the same situation. They just didn't want to deal with anybody on Craigslist, so I made them an offer, and they took it. And at the same time, didn't take advantage of them because I told them, hey, you've got a fair price on the car. You know, and their exact words were, I'm tired of dealing with these idiots on Craigslist making me offers that they haven't even seen the car. I came, I looked, I showed the money, I bought the car. Same thing with this one, you know, but the interior, you know, it's a little dirty. It's going to take some scrubbing. This is the only tear in this thing. If you walk around the truck, you know, one of the reasons that I did get the $500 discount is I'm fixing it, and the tires aren't bad on it, but I'm going to put brand new tires on it because it'll obviously help me sell it.
Okay, now let's talk about that a minute. I saw the ad, and we talked about that a few minutes ago, and the guy had in his ad brand new tires.
He did, yeah.
Okay, and we talked about the guy lied for absolutely no reason at all.
Yes.
It was a good buy on the truck, but still the guy saw a reason within himself to lie about it. It's not new tires on the car, on the truck.
As a matter of fact, if you look at the tire over here, and my wife, who knows absolutely nothing about cars, asked me the same question, but you can actually see some dry rotting in the tire over here. And he stood there and says, well, it's got a new tire over here, but I don't know what's wrong with it. Well, you know, he played an ignorant card, pretty much saying, well, maybe I got taken advantage of. And I said, well, there's no way that that's a new tire no matter what. But also what I found out, which to me only helps increase the value of the truck, is it does have a rebuilt transmission in there. Clean title, everything's good. But I found the invoice. He didn't clean out the truck, as you can tell. I mean, he didn't do anything to help him sell the truck. And truth be told, I mean, he cost himself about $2,500. So I'll take advantage of that every day. But with the transmission, you know, and the ignorance, I don't know what it was, but even the last name matched the last name of the mechanic shop who did the transmission rebuild. So, you know, you never know what it is. Don't know if it was really a true story about the father passing. It could have been the father. It was done September 9th of last year is when the transmission was rebuilt. So again, I mean, I've got the receipt to it, so absolutely I'm gonna pretty much pass it on as it's got a brand new rebuilt transmission in there. So that's a peace of mind for people, not a scare. Okay.
All right, now you got the main ingredients that's going to sell these 2 vehicles that you got this weekend is what?
You know, some sweat equity and cleaning the cars up, pretty much. You know, if you'll take your time and actually cleaning the cars, you know, it's really funny because you got guys that are out there that are detailing and they charge $100, $125 a detail. I make the joke all the time that I charge about $1,000 per detail. That's what a detail's worth to me, and that's what I get paid to do a detail on my own car. I have people all the time ask me, hey, what would you charge me? I'm gonna charge you $1,000 because that's what I get off my details. And then, you know, is keeping your eyes and ears open for a good thing, you know, but you've got to have the money available. And that's why you pretty much use that as the car flipping. You know, you do need to have. I started 3 years ago with $2,000 is what I started as my initial investment. Now, just like I told you, I mean, it's nothing for me to have $25,000 to $30,000 playing with right now.
Okay, well, the main ingredient I was looking for, the main answer is your enthusiasm. That's what's going to sell you vehicles.
Yeah.
You bought them with your hard-earned money. You bought them with confidence. Now you're going to sell them with confidence. You know, people are going to ask you about the main thing that you have to have when you get ready to sell a vehicle is the enthusiasm. You've got it here. You got you a nice retail piece. It's going to make you real good money. I'm really proud of you. As I look at the vehicle and see that it will detail up, it's good and straight. this kind of vehicle with the right detail on it, there's no telling what the retail market will do, especially at the auction. And this is the easiest way to get rid of them. Why take them and list them on Craigslist and wait for somebody who's ignorant about the market to come along and make you these ridiculous offers when you can just run them through the auction and get retail? Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's exactly what I plan on doing. And the good thing about running them through the auction is you're dealing with, you know, hundreds of people who are in the same business, who know what they're looking for, and they're all fighting over your vehicle, rather than thousands of idiots that don't know what a vehicle is worth, that probably don't have the money, that don't have access to the money, that are just tire kickers that want to play around and get something for absolutely nothing.
So would you agree that Craigslist is a buyer's market more than a seller's market?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Now, you just opened your lot. It's a retail lot. And tell me what your lot is going to offer for wholesalers in the area.
For wholesalers in the area, we've got several different things that I'm really excited about. But for for the wholesalers that we've got in the program, the first thing that we're offering is to be able to offer to retail in Tennessee to everybody. So you're going to get more money for your vehicles, number one. We're working on financing for our customers. We're working on a lot of things. We've actually got the ability to sell warranties on any vehicle with any miles, any age. So there's several things, you know, especially when people are out buying a $3,000-$4,000 car and they don't know what they're getting. To be able to offer somebody even a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty for as little as $200, how many people wouldn't pay that extra $200 for that type of warranty? You know, so things that'll help you sell. There's a lot that are benefited by having this Tennessee dealer's license.
All right, good, great video, good information. Thank you.